Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we will be discussing if Sunil Chhetri was worth all the hype, or in simpler words, was he overrated? Sunil Chhetri is the fourth highest international goal scorer of all time. He is just below Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and Ali Dai from Iran, who was considered one of the best Asian footballers at one point. A striker or forward by position, Chhetri is also known for his playmaking and leadership attributes. Many football fans in India consider him the greatest footballer of their country. But is it true, or did he have it easy? Did he rise to international prominence just by scoring goals against lower ranked Asian teams? Let us try to answer this question by decoding his career. Let us break down his career into three parts, that is, club career, international career, and his impact overall. Coming to his club career, Sunil Chhetri started his career with City Club in Delhi, which was a local club, and joined them during the 2001-2002 season. He represented the club in the 2002 Durand Cup, oldest knockout football tournament, where although his team failed to qualify for quarter-final stage, Sunil Chhetri made an appearance in 4 games and scored a goal. He was named one of the 5 promising players of the tournament. He was spotted by Mohan Bagan during the tournament, who called him to Kolkata for a trial. Now remember, Mohan Bagan is like the biggest club in Indian football, and at just 18, he signed for them, and let us see how that goes. At his first season at Mohan Bagan, Chhetri had scored 4 goals as Mohan Bagan finished in the 7th place in the table. The next season, Chhetri scored 2 goals. In 2005, Chhetri signed for JCT for the 2005-06 season, finished this season in 3rd place. Midway through the season, in December 2007, Chhetri was awarded the AIFF Player of the Year award for 2007 for his excellent form and performance for his club and country. In October 2004, it was rumored that Chhetri had sparked interest from foreign clubs. These clubs were Leeds United of the Football League One and a few other clubs from the 2nd Division of Portugal. However, in the end, a move never materialized. Before the 2008-09 season began, Chhetri signed for the fellow I-League club East Bengal, which was the arch rivals of his previous club Mohan Bagan. Midway through the season though, reports came out suggesting that 2 major league soccer teams were interested in Chhetri, along with his international teammate Steven Dias. These 2 MLS sides were rumored to be LA Galaxy and DC United. However, on 25 January 2009, Chhetri arrived in Coventry, England to begin a trial at Coventry City of the Football League Championship, thus rejecting MLS. 4 days later, Coventry City manager Chris Coleman said that they would not be following their interest in Chhetri. 4 months later, Chhetri said that he would go back to Coventry City in June 2009 for an extended trial, although that also never materialized. On 7th August 2009, it was reported that Scottish Premier League side Celtic were linked with a move to Chhetri. The Scottish club had watched Chhetri during a pre-season game. August 2009, Chhetri had signed a 3-year contract with English Football League Championship side Queen's Park Rangers, but that he was denied by a work permit by the British government. According to the article on the Football Players Association of India's official website, Chhetri was denied a work permit because India were not in the top 70 of the FIFA World Rank. Chhetri, however, remained positive. In March 2010, it was announced that Chhetri was on a trial with Kansas City Wizards of Major League Soccer and that he had played during their preseason games. He then formally signed for the team on 24th March 2010, becoming just the 3rd player to play outside of South Asia and the first Indian to play in the MLS. On 23rd July 2010, it was announced Chhetri would play a mid-season friendly against Manchester United. Appearance for the Wizards against Manchester United, coming on as a substitute for Teal Burnbury in the 69th minute. The Wizards, who had been renamed as Sporting Kansas City, announced on 5th February 2011 that Chhetri had officially left the team. 4th July 2012, Chhetri had signed a 2-year contract with Sporting Club Portugal and would play in the reserve team in the Liga Pro. Remember, Sporting Club Portugal was Cristiano Ronaldo's first team. He played 3 matches for them in the Liga Pro, which is the 2nd division of the Portugal league system. On 13 February 2013, it was announced that in order to get more playing time, Chhetri would be loaned out to Churchill Brothers in the I-League for the remainder of the season. After the season ended, Chhetri had scored 4 goals in 8 league matches as the brothers to their 2nd ever I-League title. On 19 July 2013, following his release from Sporting Club Portugal, Chhetri signed with new I-League side Bengaluru for the 2013-14 season. With 14 goals and 7 assists in 23 appearances in the season, Chhetri led Bengaluru FC to their first ever I-League title in its debut season. Chhetri also spearheaded Bengaluru's 2014-15 Federation Cup win, which was Chhetri was picked by Mumbai City during the 2015 Indian Super League for 1.2 crores, making him the most expensive Indian player at the auctions. He made history, becoming the first Indian player to score a hat-trick in the ISL. He was a top scorer for Mumbai City for the season as he had poached 7 goals. Fast forward to 2018, he was still the pole position of all-time top scorers for Mumbai City FC. Came back to Mumbai for the 2015-16 season. However, national commitments and less game time with the likes of Diego Forlan and Sonny Norde kept him away from the score sheet. On 9th August 2016, Chhetri again re-signed with Bengaluru. He scored twice in the semi-final of the 2016 AFC Cup against Johor Darul Taizim in Bengaluru. As for the first time, an Indian club would play the AFC Cup final, where Bengaluru FC would go on to lose the final. But still, history was made. He scored 14 goals for the club during the 2017-18 Indian Super League season and became the top Indian scorer of the league. He was also the second top scorer for Bengaluru behind Miku in the league. He was also the second top scorer for Bengaluru behind Miku and won the Hero of the League, which is like the best player of the tournament, and the Indian Super Cup, which he was the top scorer. In short, by 2024, we can say that Sunil Chhetri has had probably the best club career in terms of Indian football players. Fast forward to 2024, Sunil Chhetri has won every single trophy in club football, and we can say, completed club football. International career, Sunil scored his first goal on his debut for the senior national team against Pakistan. And fast forward to the end of his 19-year-old international career, he had 94 goals to his name. But let us see if his international career was an amazing one or just a goal-scoring fest against weaker international teams. To give context about the Indian national football team, it is currently ranked in the 126th position, which is really bad if you look at its population and the possible potential of producing talent. The problem with the Indian national football team doing bad at international stages is due to the lack of good league infrastructure, which over the recent years is improving. Another important reason is the lack of grassroots programs for football. Unlike the US and its university sports infrastructure, the country doesn't view sports as a curriculum, with almost no sport programs for universities. Although there are many regulations and reforms towards implementing grassroots programs, the execution has been subpar. Let's see the quality of the teams he has scored against. These are the top teams in the international football, which consists World Cup playing countries like Australia, Iran, where we can see that Sunil has failed to get on the score sheet. However, we cannot ignore that Sunil has scored against World Cup playing teams like New Zealand, South Korea, and Cameroon. Sunil has also scored goals against better ranked teams like Curaçao, Palestine, North Korea, which participated in the 2010 World Cup, Bahrain, who are known to allow immigrants to play for their national team by giving citizenship, Kuwait, Vietnam, Syria, Oman, Lebanon, and Kenya. So it is fair to say that Sunil can be easily considered as a top Asian striker thanks to his track record. This itself is a humongous achievement. Sunil has also managed to score 4 goals in the Euros of Asia, which is called the AFC Asian Cup. Let's find out. But what makes him the god of Indian football? Let's find out. If you have watched any of the Blue Tigers matches, you will know how hard it is for the Indians to get on the goal scoring sheet. India heavily relied on Sunil Chhetri until his later stages of his career to score goals. If you watch the games, most of the possession, game tempo never really favors India, or at most is always 50-50. Even against teams like Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Maldives, India were always at the edge or just made it out. This is why there's a popular opinion that despite Chetri's goals majorly coming against South Asian teams, we cannot forget that he also plays for a weak team like India. Chetri's god status was cemented when he made a plea to the Indian football team community. Watch them play by coming to the stands and supporting the team. Chhetri didn't have to do this. He was more than that. He was more than the nation's top scorer. He was more than just another captain of the national team. He put his country ahead of his stature. During the following matches, Chhetri in his prime scored and delivered for the fans. Post this, whenever India played a football match, the capacity of the stadium was at least 75% filled, or even sometimes totally booked. Pre-Chhetri era, India found it hard to qualify for the Asian Cup, but with Chhetri at the helm, improved league structure, and the increase of number of spots in the AFC Cup, India is consistently qualifying for the Asian Cup. Chhetri retired in 2024 at the age of 39. Chhetri scored and displayed professionalism well into his late 30s. This shows how professional he was and how committed he was to the sport. He thrived in all the eras of Indian football, right from the National Football League to the I-League to the ISL. We would like to conclude that although Chhetri is far below the greatness of European players, he still proved that he could play there. If he had got the work permit to play for Queen's Park Rangers, maybe, just maybe he would have become an even better player. He is probably India's best player and one of the finest Asian talents. Sunil Chhetri is not overrated.
There will never be as long as Sunil Chhetri is on the pitch, and he's running forward once again. He's got the ball, but he hasn't got support. JJ comes now on the right hand side. Sunil's back with him, gives it, chips it forward. Sunil Chhetri!